All right, log review part 2. So I want to continue on talking about logs, solving more equations, and how useful logs are. So here's another equation solving for logs. So first train of thought is you're trying to get x by itself. So there's the x, it's in the exponent spot. But you have to get rid of everything else around it. So that 2 needs to go away. So 25x plus 8 equals, subtract the 2, 125. Okay, you can do this without a calculator because these numbers happen to work. So what you can think of is, okay, so 25 raised to what power is 125? Let's see. 25, what is 25 squared? 625. So 25 squared is 625, so that's not going to work. It's too big. So instead, you think of, do they have a base in common? Well, sure. 5 squared is 25, and 5 cubed is 125. So now they have the same base. So I'm going to put this x plus 8 back here, like that. So 5 squared is 25, 5 cubed, 125. Now they have the same base. So now you can solve without a calculator. So this is the same thing as 5 to the 2x plus 16 to the 5 cubed. And here again, if the bases are the same, set the exponents equal. So 2x plus 16 equals 3. 2x equals what? Negative 13. So x equals negative 13 halves. So you can have a negative exponent, right? A negative exponent just flips the number. Let's remind ourselves of that. So 2 to the negative 3, that's the same thing as what? 1 over 2 cubed, which is 1/8. So you can have negative exponents like that. Okay, that's possible. All right, so that's just another little review, taking the same base on both sides. But of course, it's not always going to be this picture perfect. It's not always going to be like 25 or like 4 and 8, 16 or 9, 27. It always won't be that pretty. So therefore, we have to use logs. So just piggybacking on what we've been doing. So something we'll just keep it basic. So 4 to the x equals 300. And you're probably like, what in the world? I have no idea. So it's kind of review. So 4 to the power 300, no clue. So I'm going to turn it into a log. Log, so around the world, I call it around the world. Log base 4, I'm going in order, of 300 equals x. And like we said earlier, logs equal exponents. See? Okay. And you just change a base. So log of 300 divided by log of 4, because you're changing it to base 10. Because the calculator is in base 10. Because our number system is in base 10. It's like tens, hundreds, thousands, the decimal places. So log of 300, enter, divided by log of 4. So 4.114. X equals 4.114. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more, and then I think we're good. But I can do more, though. So email me, talk to me on Google Meets, and I'll make more. All right, another one. Okay, this one you did in Algebra 1, maybe? Yeah, I think so, because I remember this lesson last year, and kids knew how to do it. So the formula is A equals the principal amount times 1 plus R over N to the NT. It's compound interest formula. So if we do something with the principal is, we want to say the principal is $10,000. 1 plus, I'm going to say, I don't know. Let's write the problem out. We'll say we start with $10,000 at 5.4% interest, compounded, how often? We'll say monthly. And we'll say, how long does it take to get, I don't know, 20,000? Double the money. So we want to double the money. Okay. Done. Okay, so we're going to start with $10,000 at 5.4% interest, compound it monthly, and how long will it take to double the money? Because that's the problem here. Okay, so I'm going to start over. Okay, so we have, if you double the money, that'd be 20,000. You start out with 10,000, and then you have 1 plus R is going to be 0.054 because you move it 2 decimal places. Monthly is 12. So N, this is an N. N is the number of times you compound. So if you want to write this down, like monthly would be 12, quarterly would be 4, yearly would be 1. That's why we don't do this on 1. Weekly would be 52. So like that. So N would be 12, compound monthly, to the 12T. So N is 12 for compounding monthly. There's 12 months in a year. Okay, now you do the math. So this is the setup, and now you solve it out. So 20,000 divided by 10,000 would be 2. So 2 equals, and then I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use a calculator. I'm just going to 0.054 divided by 12 plus 1. So 1.0045. Oh, good, it stops. 1.0045 to the 12T. Okay? Right. Now this is new. Okay, so then we want to get T. T is the exponent, right? So we all know now that to get to the exponent, you have to use a log because log is the inverse of exponents. So how can I get that? Well, we can do the same base, right? That's what we've been doing here. This right here, we did the same base. Same base is 5, right? Same base. But this is kind of impossible. Can't do same base. So we're going to take the log on both sides. So we're going to take log on both sides. And what is the base of log? 10, right? So we are taking the same base. So we're going to take log on both sides, which is log base 10. So we are taking the same base, just in log form. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing log and log. So I'm taking the log base 10 on both sides. So now our problem is log base 10. Remember, we don't have to write it because base 10, log base 10 is like understood. So you don't have to write it. So this is log base 10 of 2. It's an understood base 10. Log base 10 of this crazy number, 1.0045 to the 12T. Okay, so we're taking log base 10 of both sides, but you don't have to write base 10. Okay, now we're going to use the power rule. So it'd be log base 2 equals, move the 12T to the front because that's the power rule, log of 1.0045. Still trying to get T by itself, so divide. So log base 2 over log base 10 of 1.0045 equals 12T. So before I pick up the calculator, the last step will be divide by 12 or multiply by 112, right? So to type that in the calculator, it'd be log of 2, enter, divided by log of 1.0045, and then divided by 5. So 0.059, 0.06. So T equals 0.06, which does not make sense at all. So let me try that again. Log of 2. How do I know that doesn't make sense? Because there's no way you can double your money that fast. So log base 2 divided by log of, oh, it's not, I did times. Never mind, I just caught my mistake. 1.0045 and by, there we go, divided by 12. Shoo. See, so I knew that had to be wrong. So I must have typed something in wrong. So 12.86 years. That makes more sense. Okay, so log base 2 divided by log, divided by 1.045 divided by 12, right? Okay, so that was a quick way. So if you understand what you're looking for, I knew right then I made a typo in my calculator because 0.06, there's no way that you can double your money in half a year. So good thing I redid it. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Last question. is something like this. So you use a calculator, so hopefully you have one handy. What do you have? Something like 4 log 5x is less than 12. I don't know, something like that. Okay, we want to know what value of x makes this log, all this, less than the value of 12. So I would type in the calculator like this. Y1 equals 4 log 5x. Y2 equals 12. Well, I know it's going to go up to 12. So I know my calculator, I'm going to type it in really fast. So like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12. Not the best answer graph, but okay. So I'm going to type in y1 equals 12. That's the right side. And then on the other side, I'll put 4 log 5x. Okay, so there's my two equations. And it's going to be off the screen because 12 is bigger than 10. So I'm going to change my window. So window y max, I'll say 15. So there's the 12. And then there is the log. But it's way over here to the right. So I'm going to change my window, I don't know, 20. There's the graph. And nope, not even close. So we'll do window 100. Let's see if that works. Oh, wow, it's way over there. Okay, we're going to go window 200. I just made this up. This is why I'm not getting it the first try. Oh, wow. This is crazy. I guess next time I should practice first. Okay, surely it's going to cross. Yeah, it crossed. Okay, so now we want to see where is the graph. We want to know where is this graph less than 12. So we're wanting all of this right here. So what's the domain of that piece right there? So we know it's going to be 0. So we know it's going to be something like this, right? So our answer is this piece right here, right? Because logs have an asymptote, right? Because exponentials have an asymptote. So this has an asymptote. So I know the domain is going to be x is greater than 0, but less than what? Because less than what? So second calc intersect. Let me move it over. Yeah. Intersects. Nope. Can't tell if it makes it better or not. Okay, and then intersects at enter. So 200. Oh, how funny. Perfect. So intersects at 200. So this right here is 200. Nice. So therefore, the domain of this graph, so the domain of this graph where this function is less than 12 is between 200, and then of course it can't cross, this is an asymptote, remember? Because you can't take the log of a negative number. Can't take the log of a negative number. So, because like this right here. So log base 10 of negative 100 equals what? Oh, sorry. So log base 10 of what equals negative 100? I'm on a side note here. So 10 to what power is negative 100? So a positive 10 raised to what will give you a negative number? Well, nothing. So we'll say no solution. You cannot take the log of a negative number like that. That's why the log function, unless it's transformed, will never go over here. But when it's transformed, it will. But for your basic rules, it won't. So that's why it has to say positive side, unless it's being moved. Okay? So I'm not going to say never, just on the base if it's not being moved. And you can tell this one's not being moved. It's just being stretched. So therefore, it's being stretched really high. So that's how you do inequalities. You type one side on the left, one side on the right, see where they cross, and then the domain of the graph is the answer. So all the x's between these values will be less than 12. Okay, so if you want more examples, let me know. Also, there are a few of you, if you're wanting to retake this quiz over logs to raise your grade, I do have a makeup or retake for you. So if you were one of the ones that wants to retake this to get a better grade or passing, I guess, higher than a 70, I guess, you are welcome to do that. So contact me and I will help. All right, have a good day.